microphones. Every YouTuber ever says, hey guys! So maybe I'll do, what's up, brainstems? Maybe just, hey loves, because that's what feels right to me. I'm gonna do what feels right to me, Stars.
You do that, my girl.
Hello my loves, it's me, Klara A Vernier, and this is Spirit Vehicle. Me and Staz are literally about to go out, but I just thought I'd make a quick video regarding something that I posted on my Instagram yesterday. My Instagram is here, by the way, should you want to follow me. I post stuff every day and post pictures and all that kind of stuff. So if you like what I talk about, I generally write a really nice long bit of text underneath some of my photos. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I'm just like, hey look, it's me. But most of the time I make an effort to sort of just put some daily thoughts into the ether underneath my photographs. So what I'm talking about in my post is about how eventually there comes a point in your life where you have to realize that trying to change everybody else is futile. Now this is kind of a little bit like what I was talking about in my last video, where I was saying about how, you know, if you can stop trying to change everyone, then you realize that you're already in heaven. But this is more about why it's so pointless to try and change everybody else, and why, if you really, really, really want to see change, you've got to sort of be that change yourself. I know that's very cliche and cheesy, but you really do have to walk the talk and lead by example. The expression that I used was one by, I believe it was Coco Chanel. It's trying to get somebody else to change when they're not ready is sort of like the Coco Chanel quote. It's sort of like beating on a wall and hoping that it will turn into a door. It's like Staz came up with this example. It's like sticking an ice cream cone on a horse's forehead and calling it a unicorn. I mean, generally that's the type of vibe that I'm getting at here. It's really, really useless trying to force somebody to take your path, essentially. In life, eventually we have to decide whose path we're walking on, whether it's our own path or whether we're going to follow somebody else's path. And then once we've decided the right answer, which is going down our own path, we need to decide whether we're going to try and be dragging everybody else to walk down our path with us, or whether we're going to just own it as our own and leave everyone to do the same. There is no such thing as the way. Everybody's way is subjective. Everybody is, like Robert Anton Wilson says, looking out of their own subjective reality tunnels. And that means that your perspective of the world, your idea of what it is to be a living, conscious, breathing human being is going to be very, very, very different to what somebody else's version is. Your idea of what it is to be you is going to be fundamentally different to somebody else's version of what it is to be them. And so therefore it's like trying to put a size 5 foot in a size 3. It's not going to fit. So forcing somebody to follow your instruction, to walk your path, to speak your language, it's conceited, it's big-headed, it's pointless, and it's doomed. What is important is that we form our own language. We discover and decipher our own truth from the background noise of constant distraction. And then we learn to speak that language, we learn to do that dance, we learn to walk that path. And should it be successful, should we be following our own truth? I know that sounds so cheesy, but like, you know what I'm saying. Should we be centered within ourselves? Should we be, you know, literally cultivating our own way of doing things? Then it doesn't matter what somebody else wants us to do. It doesn't actually matter what anybody else is doing. It's literally not our business what somebody else is doing in their life, unless they're hurting somebody, of course. One of the most liberating realizations that I had was essentially realizing that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You cannot make somebody dance or walk or run before they're even ready to crawl. It's like making a baby try to run before they can even crawl. It's trying to make a baby walk before they can even crawl. It's just not even, it's not even right, really. One of my favorite things to say is tend to your own garden and let the butterflies come to you. Tend to your own mind garden. Don't go around trying to catch butterflies. Just tend to your own garden and all the butterflies will come to you. There's little dignity and certainly no sort of long-lasting results by trying to force somebody to do things your way. And so that's why the best piece of advice that I can give is just be the good example, lead by example. Because everybody else, when they watch somebody being a good example, to sort of continue on in their own way if it's less than that good example is just kind of like shit. Nobody really wants to do that. And so as cliche as it sounds as well, I don't know what is going on with me and my cliches at the moment. Saying less is always more. Doing always outshines saying. So don't go around telling everyone how you're changing. Don't go around telling everyone how you're this and you're that and you're this and you're that. Just do it, be it, walk it, live it, and they will see. And you don't have to talk. You don't have to narrate this transformation or this growth or whatever it is that you're trying to instill in your life. You don't have to put words to it, because then you also offer the opportunity for failure, by which point you've made all these grand, gestures that you're going to be doing this and you're going to be saying this. Just do it. And then that way, if you don't do it, if you fail because you're a human and humans fail, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because you never were going on talking all that shit. So no one even cares. I really must just make sure that you all understand that everybody will get there eventually, wherever that is. We will all reach this point eventually where we are more awake, where we are more conscious, where we're functioning in a healthier, more maintainable way. Everyone will get there in their own time. So much misery is caused by people just busybodying. I don't mean to insult anyone when I say that. But what I mean is just us sticking our noses in other people's lives, other people's business, where really it's their karma to live out their mistakes. It's up to them to make those errors so that they can learn from them. We do fuck up in this lifetime so that we can learn from our mistakes, because you only get wisdom by understanding. You can be told something so that you know it, but unless you live it, then it's pointless. To have wisdom, you need to have gnosis. Gnosis is the spiritual understanding of an experience. And you can't have that without having done it, lived it, walked that path yourself. So let people fuck up. Stop trying to push them into your cookie cutter, because it doesn't fit for them, it fits for you. So if you take care of yourself, as I said, the butterflies will come, everyone will follow. Everything will come exactly as it should, in the timing that it's supposed to. And that isn't necessarily going to be when you want it to happen. Whatever this happening is, it's not necessarily going to happen when you want it. That's like maybe getting the job of your dreams. Very, very often, if you really, really want a job, you're not going to get it when you want it. You first need to be taught patience, tolerance, perseverance. If you just get given it, then there's no soul growth from that, there's no learning that's taken place. We're all here doing this weird little life game thing, right? We're all trying our best, and you don't need to tell anybody else how to do them. You just need to do you, because only you can do you, and only you can do you the best. So why bother trying to do somebody else, or have somebody else trying to do you? This applies to everybody. It's really important that we, as a culture, as a species, as a expanse of consciousness, that we reclaim our sovereignty. Our power has massively been taken away by the powers that shouldn't be. We are constantly being kept in this perpetual state of fear, where we, for the most part, avoid changing ourselves and instead focus on changing our boyfriends or our best friends or our mum or our dad, without actually looking and seeing that we are the person that needs to do the changing, and if we change, everyone else will follow. Rummaging around in everybody else's life is just messy. It's messy and it's a waste of time when our own lives are our masterpieces. I don't really have much else to say. and we've got to go. So I'm going to do a follow-up on just how I think our power is being taken from us, because this really, to me, is the most important thing. I think there are a lot of people who are, you know, in my position where we make content, we make videos, and we're making content where we are telling people how to cut the flowers in our mind gardens, how to arrange the flowers in our mind gardens, but we're not actually teaching each other how to grow those flowers. And a big part of that is letting go of fear. Fear is something which is projected to us from every fucking direction, from every industry, from every angle of our culture. We are made to feel fearful. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I see people that I love and care about being scared and using all these various different ways to distract themselves or escape from this fear. When really, when you're not fearful, you have no need to escape. There's nothing to escape from. I'm going to stop waffling now, but I'll be back really soon. But please do subscribe. It'd be great to have you as a viewer, and then you get notified of all of my content if you hit the little bell thing, so do that. And I will speak to you so soon. I love you guys. Mwah. Big love. Peace.